Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Tell me what this nomination means to you, Howard.
This is a show that was created up in Pittsfield on the town by John Rando and a bunch of creatives that came up from New York without any producers from New York attached. And what this nomination really means is that the decision that we made to support John and his team and bring it to New York for a Broadway audience really was the right decision. It's a show that people have now said is worthy of a Broadway nomination and should be honored that way. And it's really just wonderful for the creative team and the cast who've worked so hard to have that kind of validation.
What this whole experience means to you working on the town and watching how it affects audiences.
Well, this show in particular, my wife Janet and I, we've produced a couple shows. This show in particular has been really interesting because it was sort of set aside, if you will, until John recreated it, if you will, up in Pittsfield. It had been originally produced in '44. It was a big hit then, but had been brought back a few times without a lot of success. I think at this point we're the longest running revival. And so the idea that it was rediscovered by a young audience, in addition to what people might think of its traditional audience, the young people coming to see Josh Bergass's dance, and the way that these young actors are creating humor with this book from 1945. It's really wonderful to see that there's something as classic and as important a part of the Broadway canon is getting this kind of reaction.
Yeah. The Tony is the pinnacle award. Do you remember the first time you watched the Tonys and what it meant to you?
I do. I think the first couple of times I watched the Tonys, I just thought it was really entertaining. I actually think it's probably the most entertaining awards show on television. And maybe I'm biased because of how much I love theater. But I know now, watching it, how it really is it's a beautiful thing to see people nominated and rewarded, to get awards for these kinds of performances. It's not the only reason people do it, and there's lots of great performances that didn't get recognized. But somebody like in our show, somebody like Tony Yazbek, who's been in, I was asking him, he's been in eight shows since he was about 10 years old on Broadway. This is his first nomination. It's a beautiful thing, and it's great that the Tony Awards and the community here puts that kind of celebration together.